He's over 1,100 yards receiving. So
two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Stafford going to throw from the outset.
Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
First carry now for David Montgomery.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
There he goes, right side.
Touchdown, Washington.
David Montgomery, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now Jackson on first down. The pass caught by Olave.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
The Seahawks at 7-5 now in the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Play action. Now Jackson.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
104 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Stafford's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Stafford here.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a
good-looking return set up here. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Walker now at 1st and 10. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. That's caught right side by Mims. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Gregory Rousseau. And they're to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. See David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you've cut down your field in a big way significantly. And the guys who play in the 2nd and the 3rd level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw is Jackson. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd down and 7. Jackson. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Walker. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Play action. It's Jackson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining 2nd half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the 2nd half and get us going?
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Complete to Olave on the out route. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Goodwin. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Flush to his right. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, it could have gone for more.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Gano's kick is good, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Stafford.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Here's Stafford. And a completion to Wilson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. This will be caught by Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
121 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, they might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
Back now at FedEx Field. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Stafford. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Buying time to his left.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down. Up the middle they go. Goodwin. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Jackson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Jackson. Out left to Anderson. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. The quick slant caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked out throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to go out extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1.
And the Commander defense able to hold.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down by 4. Just over 1:40 to play. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score.
Jackson. He's got his target. It's Olave.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Here's Jackson. He's got Claypool.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Now Jackson.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Ooh, Yeah, certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Jackson.
He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one, got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down. I thought that was the key.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Jackson to throw. Olave holds it in.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock. Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Jackson.
Rolling to his right.
This ball complete into the hands of Anderson across the middle.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Here's Jackson. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you... because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's got some space here.
And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we hit it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the